Hey guys, this is Deni as always. The amount of new games this fall is off the charts. It's already September, I just don't have time to make videos with new products, and I'm already stupidly choosing which games to show you and which not. In any case, today, selected for you the most interesting. Click on the like, click on subscribe if you are not subscribed yet, and actually, let's go. Do you miss adrenaline and dynamic gameplay? The perfect place to get it all? Good old Crossout. Tense battles, dozens of different vehicles, and hundreds of parts for their customization are waiting for you. You can make a powerful, bulletproof tank and destroy your enemies just by the look of it. Or make something smaller, but fast, and get in the back of unsuspecting enemies. In any case, Crossout is the best place to show everyone who is a real pro. Download the game at the link in the description. To start with Counter-Strike in the video with novelties, it is something incredible. But nevertheless, yes, the era of CSGO is over, and we have entered a new era, CS2, so Valve will remember how the number 3 looks like and we'll see Half-Life 3, but it's in 10 years no less, so KS2. In fact, here's the same KS but moved to a new engine. Well, and a little bit to tell you about the changes appeared subtext structure. Due to it, the movement and shooting players no longer depend on the frequency of server updates, smoke grenades have been redesigned, and now they are dispersed by bullets and explosions. Redesigned the interface, updated the visuals and rating system. By the way, concerning the latter, there is a separate indicator of player's skill which determines his position in the global and regional leaderboards. All visuals and skins naturally move to the new part, and now even look better, but the achievements in the game are completely removed, so you can reassemble them who needs it. And so, all the same KS, which many people just adore. If you want something cute, Beneath Oresa is released here. It is a card-based roguelike. The game offers numerous factions, heroes with unique abilities, daily tasks, and interesting game mechanics. Gameplay-wise, we need to collect deck, artifact, and improvements, and strategically choose moments to attack. Plus, use the location of enemies to your advantage. Before starting a mission, we can choose one of the companions, each with unique abilities. The game also features a branching upgrade system, allowing you to choose one of 2 upgrades for each map. Location on the battlefield, as you realized, also plays an important role, and we have to be at an optimal distance from the enemies, plus push them against each other. Well, together with such visuals, it looks pretty cool. Underground Blossom, and here we have Underground Blossom, a new point-and-click adventure quest from the creators of Rusty Lake. If you know them. Visual, the game is as recognizable as possible, and gameplay-wise, you move between 7 unique subway stops, each one representing a passage in the life of Laura, our heroine, her memories, and potential future. You'll have to solve a lot of puzzles to figure out what's going on in Laura's troubled memories, although the game is short really for a couple of hours. But it is a real masterpiece. I feel like I need to spice it up with some action, especially because there is action. This is Farlight 84, a new free battle royale, which is also available on the phone. In general, the set of words for the game sounds like it's already a right funeral punch, but in practice, it's a great game. Amazing even. The game itself is from 3-person and absorbed all the most adequate set of royal battles. You have access to 14 heroes with their own skills, a mountain of molly cars, and armored cars here is a full-fledged weapon, and there are also rocket packs for characters which significantly add mobility, kinda like the appearance of the game is a gray mouse, but already normally so bang. The average online in 25,000 people, and that's only with PC, and add mobile gamers, and there will be just a cosmos. In general, cool thing. Anime fans, this one's for you. Witchspring R is a game where you play as a witch named Peaberry who wants to enter the human world. You have to sway her to become stronger and teach her how to cook magical dishes to enhance her magical abilities. In the game, you will meet other witches, humans, and monsters and uncover various hidden stories. You will be able to train different pets, collect magic books, recipes, and develop your own battle strategy because there will be a lot of people to take a swing at. Add beautiful animation and you will get a good thing for real relaxation in the evening. If you don't need relaxation and you want two observers, there is such a thing. Demonologist has been released. Gameplay is the same co-op bullshit where you and your friends come to some house and try to determine what kind of horrible demon is hiding there. The main gimmick is that the game is made on UE5, which adds not only beautiful graphics but also horror when some demon shows up. Special attention should be paid to the choice of words when communicating with ghosts, as cursed places can react to them by opening secret doors. This is cannonballing, by the way. Players can invite other players to their hideout and choose locations to play. There are plenty of maps. Diamonds aren't scarce either. And yes, the game is evolving, which is also a huge plus. Many times I've told you that pixel games have a knack for atmosphere, especially on projects like Terraria or some RPG. Here is the second option, a narrative RPG, narrative and quite complex, some kind of pixelated variation of Dark Souls. If anything, it's still a prologue to the full game, but it's done cool. It tells about a sorceress named Lily who goes on a dangerous journey in search of sources of dark forces. We'll fight mostly with magic, which is fun, and we'll try not to take damage whenever possible because again, it's half Dark Souls, and literally a couple of blows on us equals death, and we will enjoy the world and the atmosphere because they are made on a hurrah, even taking into account that pixelated. Let's go back to the side of good graphics and action and look at what the creators of PayDay have done. Not so long ago, the third part was released and the game was successfully fucked up. It happened on the background of lying servers, although in practice from the previous part 2, the developers have not gone far. And it's even strange to call it a third part. But it's okay, servers are fixed, you can play, and I have this impression that the developers just had to release the third and just unload all the junk that they had in the second. We went into it the other day and oh gods, the game just strangled by the amount of content that is there and that is poured out on the newcomer. So the scanty content in the third part is even more a plus than a minus because the game is cleaner and there again you can pour mountains of skins, weapons, masks, and so on. Circle number 3, it turns out. But in general, it's the same game, with slightly improved graphics and animations. And here you have a brand new roguelike with suddenly new mechanics. We're used to the fact that in roguelikes, if they are not action games but turn-based ones, everything is mostly tied to cards and decks. Here, it's a little bit different. First of all, there are two types of damage, purification and profanity. And secondly, instead of cards, you play dice, and the dice are also tied to those two types of damage, purification and abomination. Naturally, the dice are completely different. There are 350 of them, and you can collect them to give your enemies trouble later. And there are health shimmers when you use it to use spells. That's exactly what you need the profanity for. Plus, there are 6 main character types, 20 randomized events, as many as 16 difficulty levels, and so on. In general, the elaboration is very deep, and the game itself is PvE, and with a very interesting visual design. I don't often tell you about races, mainly because there are few adequate ones out, and in general, the genre is for the amateur. Well, at least I'm definitely not a fan, unless it's truckers LOL. Anyway, here is Overpass 2 Racing, where they are combined with an obstacle course. Drive powerful buggies and ATVs of different companies from Yamaha to Suzuki and pass 30 routes in 5 regions from America to Europe. The obstacle course is mostly natural objects in nature. You know, stumps, rocks, mud, and things like that. Therefore, often your route will need to be adjusted to choose the most adequate way to get to the finish line. Naturally, your car can be adjusted along and across if it is important to you and you like to dig into the settings of the car. I honestly, for all the years of my life in this way, and did not figure it out. By the way, I've thought about it, and there are fans of trains. Well, at least for someone such games are released. And the other day, released Train Sim World 4, the most powerful train simulator. If you have always wanted to learn how to manage the train, run these iron in the way, break half a kilometer, and generally goosebumps covered with the words choo choo, here for you the maximum possibilities. Excellent graphics, photo mode, a lot of different maps and trains of course too. You can go back and forth, customize them a little. Well, I think there is no sense to tell a lot about trains. I think it's no secret that there is a cool series of Total War games. It became famous thanks to its historical and cool battles, where on one battlefield could come together thousands of soldiers from each side. So now the game has a full-fledged competitor, Ancient Warfare, where we are waiting for the Chinese Dynasty of Khan, and battles with no less number of units on the screen, perhaps even more. The game is also divided into two phases. In one, you will be on the political map thinking with your head. Well there, in what direction to conquer, with whom to be friends, and who to put on the bottle. And in the second one, it's the bottle itself, you understand. Looks not bad, and the number of units on the screen is really, sometimes off the scale. Naturally, for such meat we'll need a good PC, so on buckets, better save your nerves. But so the game is really cheerful. I hope you found something interesting for yourself today, and therefore clicked and on the like, and on the subscription too. Well, with you was as always Deni, and all the best.